How is everyone over at Pokemoshpitbeta doing? I hope you're doing very nice because, first things first, I'd like to thank you guys for showing my last video on PMPBeta a lot of support. That was actually my first video on any of the PMP channels, so you guys gave me a really warm welcome, and I really appreciated that. So thank you to all of you guys who showed support on that one. I was actually using the same team as in that video as I am in this one, and basically I wouldn't upload a match like this because both of us made a few questionable moves, mainly me, but I really liked the ending in this, and you know, it gets so close at the end. I really liked how the ending happened, and I think you guys may like it too. But yeah, so anyway, let's go ahead and jump into this. So I had gone for Heracross as my lead because I'd figured that I could use him against most of his possible leads. I really wasn't expecting Flygon as a lead, but he goes for the Fire Blast, which doesn't do that much damage because Flygon's special attack isn't incredibly noteworthy. And I'd gone for the Mega Horn because I figured if he stays in, I can get a decent little bit of damage done, and if he changes out, then I guess hopefully it'll still do something. But he ends up changing out into his Chandelure, I guess maybe thinking that it could take another Mega Horn if I went for that. But I actually changed out into my Rhyperior this time, and I had stayed in because I thought maybe I could threaten him with a rock move, but he actually goes for the Energy Ball, and which I don't know why I wasn't expecting him to do that because my Chandelure has Energy Balls, so I don't know why I wasn't expecting him to, but I was hoping to be able to set up rocks that turn, but actually my Rhyperior goes to absolutely no use. And this time I figured, alright, if he's anything like my Chandelure, he's also Choice Scarfed, so therefore he's going to want to change out instead of going for an Energy Ball. So I used that information to bite him in the ass this turn and went for a Pursuit, which knocked out his Chandelure. So it was kind of an eye for an eye in that situation, and he goes for the Sneasel. Not sure exactly why, because yes, he will, you know, outspeed me, but I guess he was thinking that maybe that Night Slash would do more damage than it would, but I mean, I just have the absolute obvious type advantage over a Sneasel, so I had figured he would have some other Pokemon he would change out into before his Sneasel. I really don't know what exactly was up with that. He may have had some other idea. He could have just been trying to stall me out with my burn for all I know, but he changes back into his Flygon, and he's able to finish me off with a U-turn really quickly. And normally when I see a Pokemon with that little health, I'm like, alright, I'll just set up rocks, and that'll knock the hell out of it. But no, my Rhyperior had to be dead. So I had set up my Ambipom as he had sent out his Slowbro, and I had just gone for the Fake Out to kind of see what was going to happen and do a little bit of damage in the process. So I just done that, and I really didn't want Ambipom to take whatever Slowbro was going to be knocking at me, so I had just gone for a U-turn, because I figured that would do a half-decent little bit of damage. And I figured on the off chance that he would go straight for a Psychic move, then that's why I have my Honchkrow for the immunity against that. So he actually just goes for a Calm Mind, I guess kind of trying to scout and see what I would do, which was a good play on his part. I would have probably done the exact same thing. And I had just gone for a bunch of Brave Birds because I couldn't think of anything else, you know. I think I go for a Pursuit at one point just because I was like, alright, I'm curious how much damage this is going to do against it without him changing out. Because after the two Calm Minds, I was like, yeah, he's probably not going anywhere anytime soon. So this basically became a war of Brave Birds and random stuff, really. And I think he slacks off really quick right here to get some health back. And at this point, I was like, oh my god, this is going to drag on forever. None of us have a burn or a poison or anything that's going to cause one of us to die. This is just going to go on for eons and eons of Brave Birding and slacking off. But I was basically really hoping that eventually one turn the numbers would add up correctly and he would have a low enough amount of health. Which I don't know why he was going so strong for the Calm Minds. Like, I'm doing physical attacks against him, and yes, I realize he's probably more concerned with his special attack, but, you know, your special attack is only so useful if you're dead, so I really don't know what he was going for there. I guess he could have had something. He probably figured he was going to live for a little longer and was going to use some special attack against me that would knock the shit out of my Honchkrow, but he didn't get around to it this time, and I figured a Retaliate was pretty obvious, what with him sitting it out right after I knock out his Slowbro, so I switched out into my Chandelure, and it, of course, doesn't affect him at all. And I didn't know what he was going to change into or whatever, and I didn't know what move to use against it, so I was like, fuck it, I might as well use a move that's stab boosted. And unfortunately he does go for the Toxic, which kind of messes me up a little bit. I don't like it when my Chandelure gets Toxic because, you know, Choice Scarfed Chandelure is OP as balls, and I like my Pokemon OP as balls, you know, and that Toxic is making me, it puts a little bit of a little ticking time bomb on my Chandelure. I knew he wouldn't be around for this world for much longer, so I just kept going for flamethrowers as he got, what was that, 2 protects in a row, which I really wasn't expecting. That was kind of luck hacks on him. Most of the time, whenever I use protect, which is few and far between, I never, like, I get 1 and that's it. And he ends up going for the Outrage, outspeeds me that time, so that knocks out my Chandelure pretty easily. And I figured that my Ambipom could probably do a fake out on him, and that should be able to finish it off really quick. And he goes for the Heracross, and of course I didn't want to take none of this shit from a Heracross, so I had gone for the U-turn really quickly and changed it out into my Honchkrow, which was a risky move on my part, really, because if he had gone for the close combat, that still would have done a decent little bit of damage on Honchkrow since he's dark and flying. It wouldn't have been super effective, but it wouldn't have been resisted. And I don't know why I wasn't expecting him to have Stone Edge, because I don't think mine has Stone Edge. So in the back of my head, I really wasn't expecting him to. But obviously, he's running a different set than I am, since his isn't Flame Orbs, you know. And it's obviously not Choice either, so I don't know what he was running, to be completely honest. I don't know. I haven't noticed leftovers on his Heracross, so I had sent out my Suicune, and actually, I'm going to shut up here in a second and let you guys watch the rest of the fight, because this is where shit hits the fan and gets close. And that is the end of this fight. I would like to thank you all for watching. Hope you have a nice day, and goodbye.